A sunny afternoon in a charming small-town neighborhood, a cobblestone street lined with colorful houses and blooming flower pots. A little girl, Emma, walks down the street, carrying a backpack and wearing a blue polka dot dress. Emma was walking home from school when something caught her eye. A little shop she had never noticed before. The sign read, "Tickety's Timepieces," and it glowed with a warm golden light. Curious, Emma stepped closer. Little did she know, this was no ordinary shop, and her adventure was just beginning. Emma pushes the door open and a little bell jingles. The shop is cluttered with clocks of all shapes and sizes. Grandfather clocks, pocket watches, and cuckoo clocks. The air feels warm and magical, with a faint golden glow.
Wow! I've never seen so many clocks in my life!
Just then, an eccentric old man appeared from behind a stack of clocks. "Ah, welcome, Emma," he said with a twinkle in his eye. "I've been expecting you." Mr. Tickety reached under the counter, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "Ah, here it is," he said, pulling out a glowing golden pocket watch. The clock sparkled faintly, casting a soft golden light around the room. Emma's eyes widened in amazement as she stared at the magical object. Emma carefully took the golden watch from Mr. Tickety, her eyes wide with wonder. "Remember," he said, "is no ordinary clock. It has the power to stop time itself. Use it wisely." With the golden clock in her hands, Emma felt like she could do anything. The world was her playground, and time was hers to control. But little did she know, her adventure was just beginning. With the golden clock in her hands, Emma walked down the cobblestone street, her heart racing with excitement. She couldn't wait to see what the clock could do. She pressed the button, and the clock glowed brighter. Something magical was about to happen. Suddenly, the world froze. Birds, leaves, even the wind, everything stopped. Emma was amazed. Emma waved her hand in front of a frozen butterfly. The world was like a magical painting. Emma skipped past leaves frozen in midair, her laughter echoing in the stillness. The golden clock glowed in her hand, and the world felt like a magical painting. Every moment was a new discovery. Emma knelt by a frozen puddle, her reflection staring back at her. The world was still, but her imagination was alive. The golden clock glowed in her hand, and for a moment she felt like the queen of time itself. Emma looked around and noticed something strange. The colors of the world were fading, and the air felt colder. The magic of the clock was changing everything. She began to wonder, was stopping time worth the cost? Emma looked at the golden clock, her heart heavy. She knew what she had to do. With a click, time began to flow again. The world came back to life, vibrant and full of color. Emma smiled, realizing that some things are too precious to pause. Emma ran back to the clock shop, the golden watch glowing in her hands. She found Mr. Tickety waiting, his kind eyes full of understanding. "I think I hurt the world," she said. Mr. Tickety smiled. "You've learned an important lesson, my dear. Time is precious and it must flow. You did the right thing by letting it go." Emma handed the golden clock back to Mr. Tickety, her heart a little heavy. "Will I ever see it again?" she asked. Mr. Tickety smiled. "When you're ready, my dear. But for now, enjoy the gift of time." As Emma stepped out into the quiet night, the golden glow of the clock shop faded behind her. She knew she might never hold the watch again, but its lesson stayed with her. Time was not just in ticking hands or glowing dials, it was in every fleeting moment, waiting to be cherished. With a small smile, she walked forward, ready to embrace the magic of time itself.